Like any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it. I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Hello there, travelers, and welcome to my channel. My camera got bumped. Okay. Hello there, travelers, and welcome to my channel. I'm Shifty Nivy, and if you enjoy goofy, cozy gaming content, then get your snacky snacks and snuggle in. And if you want to keep up to date with all of my shenanigans, remember to do all the fun things, the likes, the follows, the subscribes, all that good jazz, because it appeases the algorithm archon and it keeps me in your feed. Okay, so last we left off, we pulled Wriothesley. He came home, and we're all excited about that. But now we're going to dig into Neuvillette's story quest. We've done Wriothesley's, we haven't done his, and there's a lot of primo gems tied up in these story quests, so they're important to keep on top of. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Oh wait, didn't we have an event start? We should probably start with that. All right, here we go. Boom. And there is our boys. We've got Neuvillette. We've got Wriothesley. All broody and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and dive right into this starting point of the event. And then we will take off with our fun stuff. Our character quest. There we go. Now I can hear things. I was so excited that we actually pulled both of our boys. I didn't think RNGesus was going to be that kind to us, but they were. Alright, and let's go to the quest. Ooh, that's not too far from a waypoint. We might get to go some swimmings. We like swimming. Do. Oh. Wrong waypoint. Story of my life. Always the wrong waypoint. Ooh, I see a domain. Wait.
Mind the side effects.
Baizu's here to top everybody off. That does remind me, I am happy to report that we already have our Roysley to level 70. He is in artifacts and a weapon, but we're still working on leveling these up until I can get him a full set of the hunter set. Meanwhile, as far as his weapon goes, I'm working on a nice, shiny new Witsith for him. Doesn't quite fit his aesthetic, and you guys know how I am with aesthetics. But I am not taking Dodoko Tails from Klee, even though it's kind of ranked a little better for Roysley than the Witsith. I just can't do that. Klee needs her book. Alright? It was a gift from her mother, and we are not taking that from her. So, but for now, we have him in an energy recharge and attack weapon. And we still need to show some love to these artifacts. They're kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie. They're kind of rough. Alright, let's see what Macadel has to say. Blast! Core outputs is still too inconsistent. My project is done for if it goes on like this. So, what you doing? Oh gosh, you scared me. It could have turned messy had I pushed this button. Oh no, he's got his finger on the button! Judging by your look, you're not from the Adventurers Guild. Did you try to hire an adventurer from the Adventuring Guild? 'Cause we're kind of like the one they call when nobody else can get it done, right? No, I don't have the money for that. I'm no good at dealing with adventurers. I'm just collaborating on a project with the Adventurers Guild. Oops, I forgot myself. I am Macadel, a researcher with the Fontaine Research Institute. The project I worked on was the portable mini pneumosia storage device. Thanks to the combined efforts of my fellow team members, we built the first prototype. Then, well, like everyone knows, a huge explosion occurred at the Institute. The project leader and most of the members of the project team perished in the blast. Oh, he lost all of his friends. Apart from me, there's basically nobody else who can continue the work and push the research forward. But, given the turmoil within the Institute, I must demonstrate its value as soon as possible in order to keep the project alive. So, after consulting with all parties, the Adventurers Guild and I reached an accord. Oh, his story is so sad that Neuvillette is crying. I wanted to use the prototype portal mini pneumosia storage device as the core to create a pressurized impactor. I wanted to use the operational performance of the pressurized impactors to prove that the portable mini device is reliable. And I did successfully build the machine and begin operating it. Sounds like everything's going fine for him right now, right? Yes, indeed, until the pressurized compactor started running. I'd get a headache every time I talk about this. I have no idea if the problem is with the prototype's design or flaws with the pressurized impactor's method of transferring energy. I just saw a typo. Didn't it say transfer with an M instead of an N? Ah, come on, Hoyoverse, you're better than that. No more typos. The powers going from portable mini device to the pressurized impactor always fluctuated wildly. And that made the impactor's output unpredictable as well. When the output is high, this machine can easily crush rocks, but when the output is low, even drilling a hole in the mud is challenging. Given the situation within the Institute, it was basically impossible for me to go back and rebuild the portable mini device. I could only install the extra surveillance device on the prototype to monitor the strength of its energy output in real time. I just have to activate the pressurized impactor when the output is at its highest peak, so this will maximize the potential. That's way too convoluted. But that's the best and cheapest solution I could think of. What else can I do? The Adventurers Guild is probably thinking the same thing. That's why they haven't sent anyone yet. What are we going to do? If we don't have the test data, I can't report back to the Institute. Traveler, if you don't mind, could you help me out? I assure you, my device is totally reliable. I even made a bunch of plugins for it that can enhance its various functionalities. Okay, but what if we don't get the timing right? It's okay. The worst scenario is that it doesn't have enough output. It won't blow up or anything. All you have to do is wait till the next energy peak and then turn the machine on to get the maximum output. Relax, Traveler. This machine is totally safe, and after the test is over, I'll even pay you. Then I'll leave it to you. My future, and the future of this machine, my future place in this project, it's all in your hands. Alright, let's help a dude out. He's been through enough. Okay, so each test stage for the Peaks and Trials of Life consists of 3 combat rounds. A party must be prepared for each round of combat. The more of your own characters you deploy, the higher their levels, the more load you have. Consume load to equip parties with buff modules. The same buff module can be used on different parties. Okay, so we can use them multiple times. You can use the pressurized impactor within the test to activate the buff modules that you have chosen. Activated buff modules will stay active for a while. Use the pressurized impactor again to refresh the active duration. Okay, so do we actually get to pick which one gets activated? I don't know. We'll see when we're in there. Activating the pressurized impactor will initiate 3 pressure increases. When this happens, you must stop the pressure increase at the right moment to achieve the perfect amount of pressure. When the pressurized impactor pressure increases, the more perfect pressurizations you obtain. The greater the pressure level of the shockwave that is unleashed, and the greater damage said shockwave will deal. There are 3 levels and 3 damage brackets in total. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. I don't know if bringing Roysley in here at his level is the best call, but we're going to do it anyway because, I mean, we have him. We have to use him. Ooh, we've got the Icky Fatui people in tier in round 1 with Geovicious, Slimes, and Fungi in round 2. And our buff modules are Pyro Damage bonus. Oh, Hu Tao's going to get some action. Charged and Plunging Attack increase. Kazua's going to get some action. When characters' HP is less than 50%, crit rate is increased. Ooh, there's where Roysley and Neuvillette will come into play. And normal attack hits an opponent, the character will unleash a shockwave. Okay, so that could be used for almost anybody. So let's go ahead and do our setup. Ooh, they give us a freebie Hu Tao. Nah, mine's better. So we're going to grab Hu Tao for Team 1. I think we're going to need a pyro unit on each of them because they're, well, I only have 2 leveled and geared out pyro units. I'm really hoping that the Nave is going to be Pyro. I don't know if that's been leaked yet or not. I don't like spoilers before announcement day, which, by the way, is this Friday, and I will be live streaming the Hoyo Labs 4.2 live stream on Twitch and YouTube. Hopefully, if I can keep everything working. All right, so we're going to come over here, and let's see. Who should be our next unit? We're definitely going to need Kazuha. I don't remember seeing... Nope, that wasn't what I wanted. Trial preview. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted either. Let's go back here. I did not see a third level here. Oh, there's round 3. Okay, round 3, nobody can pull. It's all the rune guards and stuff like that. So I'm feeling Neuvillette on round 3. I'm feeling Kazuha on round 1 and Wanderer on round 2 with Neuvillette and Baizu on round 3. And we'll continue from there. Now I know what I'm doing. I didn't realize there were... Well, I read that there was 3 rounds, but I didn't see all the monsters further down. So remember to scroll, because I didn't. All right, here we go. We're going to grab Neuvillette here with Baizu. Klee is going to get love from... Well, we only need 2 healers because Hu Tao. So Hu Tao is going to get Zhongli for shields. Then we're going to come down here, and Kokomi is going to be with Klee for support. All right, we said here we're going to do Kazuha. Oh, if I can push buttons correctly. All right, we're going to put Kazuha here. Then let's see, who's going to go over here? Wanderer. Wanderer is going to go over here. I'm feeling Shogun here. Miko on that team. This team we're going to put Ayaka's brother, Boba Boy. And last but not least, let's see, who would go with this party? Let's go ahead and grab Yelan, the one who always gets away. I think I've pulled for her on every banner, and I still have yet to get Yelan. Okay, so now, from here we need to get our different loadouts. Our different... Where do I go to select those? Oh, buff modules. Here we go. Alright, pyro damage bonus. We're going to do the big one on Hu Tao. And let's do... I do a lot of charged attacks on Hu Tao, so we're going to go that route. Okay, over here, we're going to be using that one with... Oh, I forgot to put Roytsley on here. I should put him on the team with Neuvillette, shouldn't I? Maybe. We might remove Yelan. Let's see. Charged attack, plunged attack. I could see that benefiting us there, but we're getting low on funds. Oh, I think we could do max on each of them, but I am not 100% sure. We definitely want charged attack here in a big way, and the HP bonus here. Oof. We're spending a lot of energy, and I'm afraid we're going to need that later. So I'm going to come up here with this one, and we're going to take that one a step down. And let's have one that's max and one that isn't max. So I definitely want that charged attack bonus. We'll go here for the crit rate. Right, and we will hold on to the remaining currency. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this will pan out the way I'm thinking it will. Definitely loving the boost to the charged attack. Ooh. Just saw something. Is that loading? I don't know. Okay. We will see. if that is working or not.
Silly churl,
Okay,
Billy
pressurized,
churl,
activating the impactors will activate the buff modules and start the charging process for the pressure increases. The pressure level, when charged completes, will decide the damage dealt to opponents by the released shockwaves. Okay, cool beans. One second, I need to edit something over here. Just so that I can see.
Wanna come over for tea?
Okay. That's how I'll do that. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that my multi-stream function for chat is working just in case somebody's talking. All right. Here we go.
Silly churl.
All right, we're going to start with Zhongli. Well, actually, no. We'll probably start with Katahara. Get everybody close together.
Stabilize.
Ulti.
This is order.
Because we can. Alright, I'm gonna go Katahara. Huta. Let's get those charged attacks in. Don't you hate when they heal your Hutao? Let's come over here and whoop. Boom! Okay, we've got our little bonus thing. Ah, if I can remember what button to push. Alright, start charging. Oop. There we go. There we go. That's stressful. Oh, here we go. Hutao for the win. Oh, it is so therapeutic to be able to just beat these Fatui around. Because these new Fatui mobs are a pain. Ooh! Oh my gosh, that was nice. That was so nice.
Stabilize.
And boom! Get everybody close together for more Hutao love. Boom! I'm sure we've got a decent enough score. I don't know if we're supposed to be able to completely take everybody out or not, but we'll see. And doop. All right, here we are off to Klee. Starting with the jumpy dumpies. Gotta throw some love out there. Some Nico.
Behold.
And our angsty teenage son.
Unsightly insects.
Boom.
Emerge.
Sparks and splash. Boom. 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 There we go. We got all of them that time. Boom.
La la la.
Klee's just gonna toss him around. Because that's what Klee does. Doesn't matter how big you are.
Come on now, right here.
Hey, get off Miko. Go, Klee, go! Boom! Right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm loving this.
Right here.
Wretched vermin.
Boom! One last bomb from Klee. Okay, now it's our boy Neuvillette's turn. Let's get that bloom applied,
Illusion shattered.
Shogun applied, and
Settle down.
oh, that was
Be
nice.
sanctified.
Just mow him down. There we go. What mobs? Oh, that one almost got me. Ouch. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Level 2.
The tides beckon.
Just
Bow your head.
oh, yes. Something so
Be
elegant about that. We love our boy. We love our otter boy.
Let the mighty be humbled. Silence.
Yeah, try to target me. It's okay, you won't get that charge shot off. Whoa, our score is awesome right now. I love it.
Bow your head.
Boom. Ah! That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Okay, do we have another stage that is unlocked? No, it unlocks in 8 hours. That's okay, we'll take those 80 Primo Gems. Whoa, reach 2,000? Nope, we're good. We're good down here in the small beans. Had to humble me real quick, you know. I see you. I'm sure somebody does it though. I'm sure somebody hits that 20K mark. Not me. Not me. All right, let's go ahead and boom. That was nice. All right, was that it? Any more notifications? No. Okay. So, on that note, we are off to Neuvillette's story quest. To the city of Fontaine. Ah! Oh no, I'm tangled. Ugh. To the Palais Mimonia. Oh, so elegant. Look at that. Actually, you know what? I want a screenshot of that. Hide UI. Nope, not hide UI. Let's see. Let's hide. Let's see. Hide character. Oh, is it gonna keep the little glitter trail? Sad. What if I don't want the glitter trail? Nope, it's gonna keep the glitter trail. I would live in that office. I would never leave.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Neuvillette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
Ooh. Ooh. Are we on a case?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Neuvillette! Sabine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Yeah, give us the deets.
Ugh, Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own.
Oh, that doesn't sound like something that he would do. He sees over the cases. How can he judge a case if he's the overseer of the case? Like, if he's the investigator? I see conflict of interest. But I get it.
No, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
I can introduce you to some pretty awesome detectives.
I trust that you'd be able to work that out with how well connected you are, but I must apologize. I do not plan on relying on anyone else's help for this matter.
Okay, well, we are pretty seasoned detectives ourselves.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
Right?
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
Who would dare?
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady Farina.
Oh, Farina's not going to be happy that somebody's taking her daddy away.
She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her.
Poor little Melusine's going to get an earful.
Judging from Sadine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events.
Why would anybody threaten a Melusine? They're adorable.
There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Conflicts of interest? Care to explain?
Come on, stop being so secretive. We still have no idea what's going on.
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms.
That is a long time to be overseeing the government of Fontaine. Dude, retire. Chill. You've earned it. You've done your time.
There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you.
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them.
Oh.
The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines.
Oh, poor Carol. So you're concerned that you're the perpetrator's real target? Like they're using the Melusines against you?
All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent.
And the Melusine are just that. I don't think that they could even code in an evil Melusine.
It has already happened
Siegewing's
once,
impish, but not
and
evil.
I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department.
Oh, so he's afraid that it's multi-department infiltration at this point.
The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why
Aren't
would
you-
you be an outsider?
Yeah, I would say the last thing he would be considered is the outsider.
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations.
Yes, you are the Hydro Dragon Sovereign.
Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans.
Do tell. I am very interested.
Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others.
Oh, I can see how that would make things pretty lonely for him.
I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
Well, if you put it that way, we're also outsiders to Fontaine.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation?
Yeah, let us join in.
Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
Yes, let's.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together once I'm done.
He writes a note for Farina and sets it on his desk.
Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
Sounds like a plan. Man, he is so elegant.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true?
No, technically, he, if the Archons hadn't overthrown the Sovereign Dragons, would have ruled all of Fontaine. Probably in a very similar capacity as he does now. Actually, I think his job would be pretty much the same. If you think about it, because he's the one that's actually meting out the justice, not Farina. She's just kind of a figurehead while he runs the show. So would it be that different? I don't know.
Paimon feels like he has a kind of skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
Remains of the Past Day. Act 1 started.
Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Oh, Paimon.
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
Oh, Paimon. Let's go ask Kiara about the threatening letter. Kiara, where did I hear that? Where have I heard? There's an anime with a character with that name. Kiara. Oh, Inuyasha, the little foxy fox. The foxy baby. I love the foxy baby. I think I have a hat. I think I have a Kirara hat still from back in the day.
I never thought I'd see him here.
Does anyone have a camera?
Oh, ladies. I'm on official business, okay? On official business, no time for photography. I love their hats, though. Their hats are so ornate.
The weather's amazing today.
Oh, she's so cute!
Kiara,
Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are?
We're the Traveler.
Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you. Aw, she's adorable.
They
Thank
all
you. It's
are.
nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right. I remember now.
She doesn't seem too bothered by it.
The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek.
Oh my god, she's too pure for this world. We must protect the Melazines at all cost.
But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Right. 100% right.
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious?
Someone who follows you from behind or always strikes up a conversation with you.
Ah! Did you think of something? Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. Found it.
Okay, let's read it.
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Maréchaussée. Okay, now I know how to say that.
A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions.
What did I say about photography, creepy person? Are they concealing their identity on purpose?
We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents.
Okay.
Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure. Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
We will accompany her.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it. Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
Oh, Big Sis Paimon.
Don't worry, your Big Sis Paimon is super strong.
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We've got her.
We'll take her to Olaf's place right away. See you around. So, Kiara, how old are you? Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember.
How long do Melazines
But I
live?
remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago.
Oh, so she came...
Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago.
Melazines
How
live
could
for
that
a
be
long
sister to
time.
you? My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them.
Oh.
Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
Hear what? I didn't hear anything. Oh, there's Elof.
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us.
So do I, Paimon. I've got the skeevy... The skeevies. So something's giving me the ick.
Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Yes, we're super important people, but continue on your business.
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here?
We're on a secret mission.
All right. Guess I shouldn't have asked.
May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
Oh, I want a fancy hat. Oh my gosh, she's too cute.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems
That was
like
quick.
the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all. That was quick. What were you inspecting? I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard
Oh.
you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
That is amazing. No wonder there's so many of them in the police force.
All right, all right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
That would be so cute.
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at?
There's a suspicious corner.
Is there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
No, we shouldn't leave her. Even for a second. Charlotte? Is Charlotte the stalker?
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Who?
Gotcha! Ah! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
What are you doing here exactly?
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Neuvillette and request an interview with him.
Oh, but he's too busy. He's way too busy for an interview right now. He's got a personal vendetta thing going on at the moment. So you may need to go ahead and, move on to your next story. Yeah. Just my thoughts.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream.
Oh, okay, so he's pretty elusive.
But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think?
Here we go. Charlotte's gonna be all up in our business.
Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
I think it's better if we keep this a secret.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. Oh, what a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
Charlotte, stop pushing! But then again, that's what a journalist does. They push. That's how they get the information and all that jazz.
All right, then.
We tell her all about the letter Kiara received.
What?
If-
Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Yes, they're a monster.
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me.
It better be, Charlotte. We're trusting you.
But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Neuvillette's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves melazines, so... Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, all right?
We will. You watch yourself.
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
I just hope she didn't get kidnapped or something while we were chatting. Oh, Clorinde.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great.
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Oh, that poor button. That poor button.
Clorinde!
I love
What are you
Clorinde.
doing
I cannot
here?
wait for her to be a playable character.
It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases.
But he has a personal attachment to this case. I know, we had a discussion, it didn't work, we talked about conflicts of interest, but he's afraid that he might be the one that's actually being targeted through the melazines.
I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Well, now we know that this boutique has the best buttons in all of Teyvat.
Oh, Neuvillette sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Neuvillette.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neuvillette.
To Neuvillette. I think we might be better off actually, like, traveling. Yeah, we'll probably land and use a waypoint. Here we go. And boop. And boop. Back to the office. Give me 1 second. Just checking a thing real quick. Ooh, that music. Love it. Okay, there we go. Is there like a spin crystal in here somewhere with these tunes? I kind of want it in my home. Alright. Let's see what Neuvillette has dug up.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
Yeah, for the most part. We might have spilled the beans a little bit to the press, but...
We ran into Clorinde. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I've judged over the past decade.
Okay. Oh, he's looking for potential suspects.
I've come up with 2 plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Paimon usually does read a lot of documents for us, so yeah, I'm not gonna naysay Paimon this time.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he is like a speed reader.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Okay. We will take you up on that. Oh, there's a lot to read in here. Nope, nothing on the bookshelves, but a lot here. Okay, let's see. About Wriothesley. The defendant Wriothesley has confessed to his crimes, and he was declared guilty by Iudex Neuvillette. Wriothesley will be exiled to the fortress of Meripede, where he will be serving his sentence. During the trial, Neuvillette remained silent for a long time. About the bribery case. There's been several bribery scandals within the guards. The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has investigated the case. All suspects involved have been arrested. The suspects have confessed to the crimes. Okay. About the Representative Council's proposal. The Representative Council has filed a request to collaborate with the Marechisi Phantom. Yeah, I'm saying that right. Phantom on certain public events. Based on the research, they believe that the Melazines can enhance the popularity of these events. The Marechisi Phantom has yet to respond. However, it has not prohibited the Melazines from participating in such activities. About the smuggling case. The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Marechisi Phantom. The principal offenders have received judgment based on the severity of their crimes. Please refer to the appendix for a list of names. Okay. About the Spina di Rosula. Callus, boss of Spina di Rosula, was defeated in a duel and died of serious injuries. In the defense of his honor, he has now come to a close. The defendant did not raise any objections throughout the trial. Iudex Neuvillette reserved judgment in this case. Its details are still under investigation. Alright, so we did all of our search.
Have you made any progress?
We skipped through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there are so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself.
Oh, wow.
If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, wait a second. 100,000 cases? One sec. I need my calculator. I just want to see. Alright, so we've got 100,000 cases. Well, first off, let's say 400 years he's been doing this. Alright, so... Oh, that's less than a case a day. That makes sense. Technically, he's had 45,600 days off in that time. Okay, I was about to say, that just seems like an unrealistic number of caseloads. But no, it's completely doable. He's got a nice work-life balance.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. Let us get in on all that tea.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break then.
Ooh, are we gonna lounge on the couch? Take a little nappy nap? Or Are we just gonna sit here silently?
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something?
Yeah, let's have a conversation.
All the silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do.
Let's have a snack?
Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Oh my gosh, he's trying so hard.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Neuvillette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines.
I could see that. I could see that. I could see him being a wine drinker.
He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like Diluc.
I don't know. I think he's even more refined than Diluc, but that's just me. He momentarily leaves and brings back some exquisite glasses.
What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
Oh, hello! Thank you for joining us! Thank you for the follow!
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
Oh. Some of the fancy water.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
What part of Water Dragon didn't you get, Paimon?
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water.
Oh, awesome! That sounds like a lot of fun. Glad to provide some background.
Said water is sourced from all across Tevat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village.
Ooh. So he's all about the special water. He wants that little something that's different from each region. Like the mineral content might be a little different and give it a little different flavor.
Here is one of their latest products. Water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
Is there any difference?
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel, the waters of Cider Lake warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda village placid.
Oh.
Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
So to Neuvillette, water is wine.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Paimon just chugs it like a boss.
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway?
Because he's the Hydro Dragon. But at the same time, I can totally tell the difference in water. I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but I can definitely taste a difference from, like, Aquafina to Dasani. I can taste a difference from, like, Smart Water to Spring Water. You know, water does have subtle differences depending on the source.
Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon?
That could be the case.
We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society?
Because he should have been ruling to begin with.
Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
Might have been considered rude there, Paimon. Especially after you insulted his water.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence. In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me.
Oh, that makes perfect sense to me. I mean, he's a dragon in a human body. He doesn't fit in the human, society technically. I mean, he could, but he doesn't. And he also can't assume his dragon-ish form so that he can feel more like his natural self. So yeah, that perfectly makes sense. Knows it.
I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
Is there anyone who can answer these questions?
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Teyvat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
Hey, we know where the Dendro one is if you want to, just go visit. I mean, I did kind of beat them up today to get your level up material. But, a visit from a fellow dragon might make them feel a little bit better about it.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
Mm-hmm.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
I get that.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Back to work.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Ooh, do share.
Water? Do you mean...
The Fountain of Lucine.
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me.
Ooh, could he taste that in the water?
Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look.
Yes, let's go take a look.
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Ooh. Okay, I am going to take a quick break and refill my drinks and all that fun stuff. I will be right back in about 5-ish minutes. So get your snacky snacks and do your bio break, and we will be right back.
If you ever see any stickers on my back, do me a favor and take them off. Melusines like to play pranks sometimes. A word of advice, don't break the law. there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law. If you ever see any stickers on my back, do me a favor and take them off. Malazines like to play pranks sometimes. A word of advice, don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law. I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun. A word of advice, don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law. I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to
And
keep
we
small
are
animals
back!
where they won't be able to see the sun.
Let's go see what's up at the Fountain of Lucine. Oop, teleport. And... right. Nya. Oop. There we go. That's better.
Monsieur Neuvillette?
Ooh, people noticing that we got Neuvillette with us.
I probably shouldn't disturb them.
This is true. You probably should not. We are on business.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Should I drink some more primordial seawater?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
Ooh, we gonna get to see him in action?
Neuvillette, what exactly are you...
Ooh.
Oh, it's glowing!
That is so cool. They used his ulti. Oh. We got dizzy. Did we pass out? Where'd the music go? Ooh, what just happened? Everything looks a little different than it is normally. Should I continue forward? Ever-surging memories. Explore the nearby area. Everything is black and white. Are we seeing the way Melazines see? Aren't Melazines colorblind? It's Carol.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
Oh.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
Oh. She's so cute.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
Especially when you're trying to uphold justice.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
So Melazines were only outside of Fontainian society for 20 years? Yet they've been helping reinforce the law for 400? Why do people still treat them like outsiders? Is it just because they're not considered human? That's so ridiculous.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did?
Oh, and he doesn't feel like he has.
The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Oh.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then.
So he empathizes with the Melusine, and that's why he wants to protect them, because he sees them as a more innocent and, well, just generally, yeah, innocent's the best word I can think of, version of himself. A version of himself that doesn't see all of the negativity and all of the evils of human culture. There's a lot of good, but there's a lot of bad.
I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh? Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
That was a red flag. That was a red flag. Oh, I got a feeling this is gonna make me sad. It's gonna make me sad.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh,
She's just over here doing her best, dang it.
hello. I'm Carol, a Melusine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Excuse me, miss?
Please, calm down. I don't mean to cause any harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Neuvillette allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Oh. Ugh.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and lots of cases. We've never done anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Neuvillette in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know. So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melusines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation.
There you go, Vautrin.
There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melusines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Neuvillette's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Well, not with your attitudes, obviously.
You heard that?
Of course she did. Look at her ears. She has large ears. That's like asking Tainari if he heard something.
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
Because humans are afraid of anybody who is different than them. Doesn't matter if it's a different species, race, anybody who doesn't look like you, is suspect unless you actually are going through the process of breaking down all of those stereotypes. And oh, that's a hot button topic. I don't need to get into that hot button topic, but it makes me mad, especially when it's something this cute.
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you.
I've never seen a dangerous Melusine.
There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society.
Monsieur Neuvillette said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
See, she's too pure for this world.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
He's trying. He's trying to be supportive. But I think he's also trying to curb expectations. It says we're right on top of the next spot. Oh, there it is. Okay. So to say nothing's showing up. Oh.
Monsieur Neuvillette, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
What?
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
But time and constant, what's the word I'm looking for? Exposure can help change people's minds. Kids grow up around Melusines. Melusines are part of their environment. No longer a problem.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
And what exactly is that?
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally.
Wanna bet?
There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. Unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
How has he forced your hand? How has having Melusines here really affected your daily life? Other than the fact you see that adorableness.
Turn the murderer in!
What the heck?
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power.
So they were found out. Carroll was never actually charged.
The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
Because she lost faith in humanity.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
She was determined. She saw the future for her entire race.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
He wants revenge. And rightfully so.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
And happily live out the rest of his days in the fortress of Meripede. I'd be fine. I'd be fine with whatever my sentence was after that. But Neuvillette cannot blame himself for what happened to Vautrin. He made a choice. Carol may not have felt she had a choice.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Neuvillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Neuvillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Neuvillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
That would probably make perfect sense. He's going to try to get as much support for his friends as he can, and, you know, you help my friend, I see you in a positive light. I get it.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did? Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Right?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Oh, the Oratrice is agreeing?
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose.
Oh, no.
Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law.
Oh, man. So even though the public was rallying behind his friend, he couldn't let him off. Talk about not falling for the whole conflict of interest thing. Oh, hello! Thank you for joining us!
Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
Oh.
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette.
Come on, he has to understand. He did break the law.
What have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off?
Because you still broke the law.
Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order. Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin.
Public
According to the
opinion wasn't
judgment
enough.
of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
No wonder he has so much guilt.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Yeah, I get why Neuvillette has issues with forming close relationships with humans at this point.
Hey, stop spacing out!
Uh-oh. Were we in a trance again, Paimon?
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
What was that?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over, due to my negligence. The overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
I am perfectly fine. We've been here, done that. I think we've done it like 3 times now. We're good. We're pros.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different.
I am going to say emotions boiling over. Spoiler alert, I'm not saying which quest or anything along those lines, but the fountain did contain angry spirits that may have killed someone. So I would say that is emotions boiling over. We have experienced that.
It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
And I bet he could even taste emotions from the waters he gets from multiple areas, which is why it's like a fine wine with all the different notes of joy, sadness, confusion, and all those yummy emotions. Some of the not so yummy ones too, but yeah.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience.
So the memories I saw were all related to you.
Which ones?
From when you brought Carol to the court of Fontaine.
It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. That does not mean I am deliberately hiding them.
They're painful. I mean, I get why he wouldn't want to share.
It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
And you are doing something, and that's what matters. Oh, hello! Thank you for joining us!
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Yeah, let's let Paimon in. Let Paimon know all of the fun stuff.
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case.
We read about the smuggling case in his office, but it said that everybody had already been arrested.
I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
You've read about it? In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
It's Navia!
Navia! Nice to see you again! Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Oh, look at Navia coming in with the leads.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you.
Oh, this is true. Everybody notices when Neuvillette is out and about.
You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
I knew we couldn't tell Charlotte. I knew we could not tell Charlotte.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think.
Yeah.
Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
A little
the
bit.
suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
And bring them to
I'll round up the
justice.
Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Ta-ta, Navia!
Neuvillette, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I mean, it's possible. We could start getting misleading information.
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight.
Oh, okay. Using that as a form of damage control. I see you. Public protection. Plus, a lot of people seem to really enjoy Kiara.
What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Back to the Palais. Oh. What was that?
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night?
This is a good question.
Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
I thought I saw something fluffy.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against a Melusine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
Oh, all the people are rallying around the Melusines because they've been together for 400 years. See? Exposure! Exposure! Representation! Yes!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch. Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
Everybody's guarding their little Melusine buddies. Okay, this is making my heart happy. I was feeling really, really down about this quest up to this point. But to hear how everybody's rallying around the Melusines after finding out that one was threatened is making me feel a little bit better.
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
Oh.
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Was that her stomach growling?
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
Ooh, Delphine. That is a beautiful name. I love it.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
Oh.
I heard even Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Neuvillette wasn't involved?
Uh-oh. Bruno's calling him out on his crap.
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Isn't that Neuvillette?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's looking at us.
I think there's a bit of pride in his citizens right now. Just a little bit of pride in his citizens.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Back to the Palais Mermonia. Do-do-do. And boop. Okay, let's come over here and look at, where was that case at? About the smuggling case.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial.
Okay.
Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial.
So they might have relatives or family that are harboring a grudge?
Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
There's our lead. Let's go talk to Essem.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Quite possibly.
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Should we tell Navia about this?
Monsieur Neuvillette, someone claiming to be from the Spina di Rosula just checked in with us.
Probably Navia.
He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe." Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
Navia has her own channels, and that is why we love her.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
To the cafe! Maybe we can buy some recipes there. If I haven't already bought them, I might have. I don't know. I can't keep up with it. In Fontaine, they have recipes spread far and wide. I still haven't got the ones in the Fortress of Meropide yet because I don't know how to get tokens now that I finished the quest. So hopefully I can find a way to get tokens down there. Oh, cool. Straight to our little coffee buddy. I love these dailies. They are like my favorite dailies. When you get to come down here and make coffee for people, love it. Oh. Is that the troublemakers?
Hey, Navia, we're here!
Shh, have a seat.
Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Okay.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
They seem very, very uncomfortable.
Something feels off.
Very forced.
But, oh well. Let's get back to business.
Yes, that's me.
Oh, there's a sim.
You're Essin?
Yes, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Whose orders?
Orders from whom?
Domenico. He was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico? Where is he now?
The Fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place.
We can. We have it inside, buddy.
Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I'm extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
We're on it.
All right then, let's head to the fortress right now.
To the Fortress of Meropide. We are going to continue our current quest. I love that now they don't lock you up in your quests and you can choose to continue or to switch quests. That is game changing. I cannot tell you how many times, especially since I've started streaming, I would go to record a specific quest and it's like the princess is in another castle, or that person is tied up in a daily, or that person is tied up in another very lengthy quest. Then you end up bouncing back and forth. It's just a mess. I love that they untangled the weave. Oh, that's a...
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
Wraithsley!
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase.
Okay, we tell Wraithsley all about what happened to Kiara.
I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
Sounds like he just wants to overthrow any form of authority. Getting oppositional defiance disorder type of a situation.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
Yes, completely.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened?
Oh, it's Sijwing!
Sijwing!
A Melazine named Kiara received a threatening letter.
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
She didn't even realize she was being threatened because she is too innocent for this world.
There's no need to worry. Clarand is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Please.
Wraithsley.
Oh.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa. If Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Like a lifetime supply of tea.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Neuvillette would reject that.
Oh yeah, no, you're too important to the fortress.
But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary. And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Aw, Sijwing is so sweet. But she's a sneaky little thing. She is a tricky little Melazine. And I think that's because of her in-depth studies into human emotion. Let's see, where is it sending us? Alright, that's where the elevator will be. Maybe? These elevators confuse me. The fortress is like one giant maze to me. Up we go! Okay, Okay, I think we're on the right level now. Oop, searchables. No green artifact left behind. Especially since we still have to level Wriothesley's.
Did Neuvillette just walk by?
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Oh. Everybody notices when Neuvillette is around.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink?
Probably just water.
Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that.
Thank you, Sijwing, for the sound medical advice.
I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about. Typical Sijwing. Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
The criminals we passed by earlier.
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
Paimon and I will go.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Let's go question the prisoners. They weren't very far. They were just like over here, right?
Anything you need?
I don't really recognize the badge. About the badge that you're wearing.
Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
The Mutual Aid Network? Oh, don't tell Paimon you're another shady organization like the Beret Society.
The Beret Society? Oh, you mean the group that was dissolved a while back? Rest assured, we're completely different.
I am not assured.
Okay then, what does your network usually do?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
I need a red flag. I just need one that I keep like right here. Red flag. Red flag.
We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
They all do, at first.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress. But people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
No trust.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
No, but I would like to know more about your shady dealings.
If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer.
It's like I actually said it. Help each other, do all you can to further justice, and do not detest just judgment. The above are the 3 principles of the Mutual Aid Network. All are welcome to join, and membership is free. There is no compulsory group events. The Mutual Aid Network encourages members to do what they are able, including, but not limited to, cleaning, exercising, tutoring, and studying. It is hoped that the Mutual Aid Network members will, during their time in the Fortress of Meripede, face up to the crimes that they have committed, encourage each other, and support each other to welcome the future together. Okay.
Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
I don't know, this is sus. If it's too good to be true, it usually is.
You two look kind of familiar.
That badge you're wearing.
It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though.
The Medal of Peace?
The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other.
Were they founded by Voltra? Or the V guy?
All of us have a lot of respect for him.
They gave us a
Enough
book.
information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Oh, did not mean to go to characters. I want to go look at that book. Where's the book? Where's the book? Where's the book? Quest items. Is this it?
It ruined Paimon's appetite. Huh. Paimon wonders how she looks to a Melizine's eyes. Oh.
Nope, this is not where I wanted to be. Back out. That was not where I wanted to be. That's not the book that they just gave us. I don't think. Here it is. This is the one. Oh, okay. So it's just the same thing they already told us. Crap. I thought they would have the founder's name in it. Let's go talk to Neuvillette. Maybe the organization isn't as sus as it sounds.
Did you manage to gather any intel?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
Yeah, he has. He has seen the Medal of Peace before.
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin.
I was close. I said Vautrin, but it's Vautrin.
Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remains should belong to Vautrin.
Oh. So the network was inspired by... Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Let's go talk to this Domenico. I just want to talk to him. Just want to talk to him. Just want to talk to him. Not really. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him with my fist. My fist wants to talk to him. Door? Nope. I thought it was the door. It was a fake door. Just want to talk to you. Just a quick conversation. You know, 1-to-1. 1-on-1.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico.
Mm-hmm. Fine gentleman.
Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just want to talk to you.
What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
That depends on what you have to say for yourself.
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
Neuvillette would not frame anyone. He is justice.
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
Oh, that's right. We got him on a doubles. We got him in doubles conspiracies.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
Okay.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
Ignorance is not an excuse, by the way.
My initial target was Neuvillette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him, after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Chiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection. So I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Chiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
So it was literally just somebody having a grudge against her because she confiscated their goods. It's not the deep well of lies I think Neuvillette was expecting.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Neuvillette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
400 years.
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Because life with Melazines is all that they've known. They see Melazines as the other citizens in Fontaine. They don't see a difference anymore because they've always been there. When something's new, it's scary. At least... Actually, no, I think when something's new, it's scary applies to almost everything. It's scary at first. Your knee-jerk reaction is, this is different. I don't like different. I was comfortable. But when somebody challenges your ideas, it's easy to buck. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean that you don't need to analyze why you feel the need to buck. But, you know.
Monsieur Neuvillette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you, and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Just as you would have had you been the one ruling over Fontaine.
gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
Tragedies like that won't ever happen again. I wouldn't say that. I would say a tragedy like that is unlikely to happen again. Absolutes don't quite fit. You never know.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
Well, it's settled. He needs to do other work at this point.
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Oh, Wriothesley's not done.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Memornia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier.
You're not gonna...
Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yes. Not really investigated, we just kind of asked around.
Yep. Neuvillette thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Doesn't he hate Neuvillette?
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
Oh, do we get to say things? Do we get dialogue?
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is.
Neuvillette doesn't feel as guilty now.
Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Please, take care.
Wow, that is awesome. Even in his last moments above ground, he was trying to support Neuvillette.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler?
It's a lot like the butterfly effect. Every trial, every time he upholds justice impartially, he maintains not just order, but he helps people know where the bar is. The bar doesn't move. The bar is solid. They have stability.
Hey, any comments?
What I really think is every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
As the Hydro Dragon's sovereign, Neuvillette still thinks of himself as an outsider due to his identity. But so much time has passed since then. Perhaps the lines between him and the humans have long since blurred.
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself.
I just noticed something. Did Neuvillette's eyes change color? Like before they were like that icy white, blue, and purple combo, and here they're looking a lot deeper blue, more vibrant, but darker at the same time.
But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, cutscene!
It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
Hug Neuvillette! No, we gotta hug Neuvillette. He is sad panda.
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Oh.
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
Is that Seymour?
The Fortress of Maripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Neuvillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melazines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, You will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Oh.
Is the matter resolved?
We hope so.
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
Oh.
At the Palais Marmonia. More than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger.
Oh my god, that's
I was
so
worried that the
cute.
excessive protection would make her feel uneasy. So I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
That is too cute. I can only imagine she's suddenly like a Melusine celebrity. Everybody's like, we must protect the little bean.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
Oh, come on, Charlotte. You're a vulture.
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Ooh.
Really?
I want to read that paper.
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Charlotte is too stunned to speak.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Time to return to the Palais. Sorry, I'm doing the quest as Risley because I feel like it's kind of weird to be running around as Neuvillette, going to meet Neuvillette. And boop. Oh, she's sleeping. Standing up, that's a skill. Oh, she's so tuckered out. She's had too much attention on her.
Kiara?
Monsieur Neuvillette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
That is awesome.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things.
Oh.
By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now?
Of course you are.
I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
And that's the end of the quest. All them Primo Gems. Let's see. Did we get enough for a wish? Did we? Oh, we have an intertwined fate here. And enough there. Awesome. So we got 2 wishes. I am thinking about pulling on the weapon banner just to see if we can get Wriothesley's weapon. I do need another gold catalyst, ideally, because I am a catalyst fiend. So we're going to go ahead and just pull singles on the weapon banner. Boop. A debate club! The punniest weapon. And an emerald orb. Okay, no luck there. That's okay, we got all of our luck last stream. We got Elemental Specialist Series, the Art of War for overloads. And on that note... And we will pick up here next time. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. If you are enjoying the journey and want to continue progressing the storyline, remember to do all the fun things, the likes, the follows, the subscribes, all that good jazz, because it appeases the algorithm Archon and it keeps me in your feed. This week is going to be a little bit different in our schedule. So if you check out my socials, I have posted an updated schedule on, I think, all of them. Pretty sure all of them. Oh, good night. I will be streaming the live stream on Friday for 4.2. If you want to join me, I would be happy to be here and let's talk about all the new changes. I'm going spoiler free. I haven't really looked into anything as far as who's going to be released. I have heard rumors via TikTok because you can't escape those. But I am looking forward to experiencing the live stream with you guys. So yeah, remember Friday morning, not night. I hope you all have a great night and stay safe. And boom.
A word of advice, don't break the law. Is there anything else? Yeah, seriously, don't break the law.